This week on the Spotlight, Michael Jordan. You can't go wrong with Michael Jordan. Anytime you throw him on camera, he's got answers. Chris Chelios, similar in terms of hockey, a guy who always had something to say and is a friend of the show. Then we go to the White Sox, Jake Peavy, a very interesting character for a long stretch of time. Congratulations to the Final Four in baseball. Dodgers, Brewers, Red Sox, Astros. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Gilhooly's, a great trivia game, 3901 West 103rd Street, just east of Pulaski, on the St. Xavier campus, Friday, October 12th at 8 p.m. Music, movies, TV, sports, and your requests for future weeks at Gilhooly's. You've got to get to the Sock, live Benkowski trivia, alternate Thursdays, 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the Wise Owl at Van Buren and Racine. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, carrot soup, elote, burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and great bartenders. A tremendous array at the Wise Owl, Van Buren and Racine. See you there. Lulu's has it all. Italian beef, hot dogs, burgers, chicken, gyros, fish, salads, subs, ribs, at Taylor and Ogden, 2200 West. A great place. Lulu's has what you need. Stop in, check it out, eat there, take it with you. Lulu's, a great, great West Side tradition. As the pitchers warm up in the outfield, we're going to be talking about a pitcher, and it's a guy with no results as we go to videotape, and that's Jake Peavy. The highly sought after, highly paid, highest paid White Sox. No wins, no losses in 3 starts, and a couple of rocky performances. It's really weird, too, because when I went to Arizona and saw him pitch on St. Patrick's Day, he dominated the Los Angeles Dodgers, a playoff team of recent ilk, and made them look terrible, swinging awful at some off-speed junk. And so it surprised me come real game time, particularly in view of how Peavy pitched in September, that he would struggle now. And he addresses that in a very honest manner, talks about his transition to the American League.
You can't read about how bad you are, or read about how good you are. You know, it's somebody always said, you know, I've heard it said that you're never as bad as you think you are, and you're never as good as you think you are either. So believe me, I don't dwell on any start. I don't read any negativity. I don't read any positivity. I am who I am, and I'm just going to get ready to pitch tomorrow night, and I'll get ready to pitch 5 days from now in Texas or after that, and do everything I can do to help this ball club win.
Jake, is there something to the idea of getting you actually being out there on the mound, instead of scouting reports and going after guys, but you actually going through a lineup a few times, and maybe the second time you see a team, you'll have a better feel of how to get guys out?
Yeah, that's certainly, that's certainly the biggest, I think, hurdle to get over coming to American League is just not having any history. You know, going there in Toronto, I'm going to face Toronto here in the next few weeks. You have such a better feel. Tomorrow night, you know, I have history with almost every one of these guys, and there is something to be said. Me and Scott Linebrink were talking about preparing for a start and how we go about that. You can read all the numbers you want. You can watch all the video of Lackey and Beckett the last few days, but you know, I told him what overrides it for me. I go back to my history. When I stood on the mound and threw a guy my slider, the way he reacted to it overrides anything that I'm going to read or do. And not having that history with some of these teams, a lot of these teams, is tough. But it's no excuse not to go out there and learn. You know, learn, make adjustments on the fly, and do well.
So you think your adjustment period will still take the majority of the season until you've seen everybody, seen every team, and then be able to file in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly going to take that long to get adjusted. But I'm not saying getting adjusted has nothing to do with being successful. I fully believe that I'm going to be successful while I'm getting acclimated and adjusted.
Are you finding yourself doing more homework this year? Like, how much more homework are you doing?
Well, I'm doing quite a bit more because I have to. That homework isn't there. I'm excited that I have a start 2 years ago in 07 against a lot of these guys. Team's pretty intact from 07. And I'm excited that I get to do my homework, and then I get to watch me versus a team. And that, like I said, I think that overrides it overrides everything in my preparation. So, but a lot of these starts, Texas will be, you know, I got zero history against any of these guys, and it's a mountain. You know, starting on, Friday, start getting prepared for Texas after this starts tomorrow night, and it'll be watching a lot of guys similar to me, reading a lot about their numbers and swing counts and stuff like that. But that's just part of the game. It's part of what we do, and a lot of times people don't know, what goes into a start.
Can the adjustment be as quick as going through the lineup once in a game, or is it?
That's tough to say. I mean, you certainly got to make adjustments during the game, but seeing a guy just one time, the situation in the game, changes a lot, and the guy's approach in certain situations is going to be different. Whether he's trying to move a runner over, whether he's trying to, hit behind a guy or get a guy in. Guys certainly have different swing approaches. So it's not one at best tough.
I saw you pitch against the Dodgers on St. Patrick's Day, and the change of speeds was deadly. There's some really bad swings on their part. Is that an example of a team you're familiar with and your success?
Well, I think I faced their A lineup. I mean, that's the Dodgers team who's got good hitters, Ethier, Loney, Kemp, and Manny Ramirez. But when you know a team and you got 30 at bats versus those guys, you know what to go to, and I think it showed in that start. And it takes some time here, but it's going to happen here as well.
Do you remember that particular start, though? I think you went 5. You maybe had about 9 strikeouts or something, and it really looked terrible.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's just me being familiar with the Dodgers. I faced the Dodgers probably 20, 30 times in my career, 5 or so times a year being in that division. That's how, Burroughs and Danks and Gavin are with these teams in division. I'm certainly going to get there as well.
Do you talk to your fellow starters, and are they part of your scouting report and tips here and there?
Well, it's tough here. Gavin's really the only guy that I have a lot in common with. Other Burroughs and Danks being lefty and Freddie doing things a little bit different than I do them. So me and Gavin certainly talk about our approach, and Burroughs and Danks talk about the pitching, aspect of things, but not specifically how to get hitters out.
How about Coop?
Oh, absolutely. Coop's an integral part. AJ's an integral part of all the preparation we do.
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland, EDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse. off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. You've got to get to Mood's Bar and Grill. For Benkowski Trivia, alternate Wednesdays, it's exit 19 off I-94 in Portage, Indiana. It's a fun group of people. They like to play, they like to eat, drink, and challenge you. Mood's Bar and Grill, an excellent place to play. Take a little road trip and try it out. For Benkowski Trivia, you'll be glad you did. We're back in the spotlight in the Blackhawks locker room, and yes, we're in the laundry arena. I can't say their home record is spotless, but certainly they've been excellent at home since the goal eruption has occurred. 21 goals in a 3-game span, and Mike Keenan is happy about it. Many of the players are happy about it. A focal point, let's take you back a couple of games ago. In a normal game, when you score first at home, as Steve Larmer does here against Vancouver in the first period, you're in good shape. But this wasn't a normal game. It was already tied at 1 apiece when Vancouver winger Robert Crom beats Dominik Hasek, and the Canucks were suddenly leading 2-1. Still in the first period, the favorite Finn, Jyrki Luma, 3-1. Canucks lead. Now remember, this is the team that the Hawks beat 8-0 just last season. Must have been a great between-period speech by Mr. Keenan, because it was quickly 3-2 in the second. Jeremy Roenick's beautiful setup here makes easy work for Michel Goulet, who scores his career 490th. It was tied at 3 apiece. Roenick lights it up. Hard to believe the Blackhawks had gone ahead 4-3, but wait, there was much more. Now, Ed Belfour is sitting up somewhere in Saginaw, Michigan, and he must have been enjoying the sight of Dominik Hasek fighting the puck and losing the battle here. Vancouver's Ryan Walters scores, and the Canucks were down by only 1. But Mr. Ultramodest Steve Larmer nails his 6th career hat trick. The third goal of the game makes it 6-4. And the big celebration with the hats on the ice, hard to believe that Steve Larmer left the locker room before reporters had a chance to even talk to him about his great, great game. Still late in the second period, the old buddy, Jyrki Luma, scores on the power play. Vancouver again is close, down only 6-5. But into the third period, new defenseman Steve Smith, with all those Stanley Cups at Edmonton under his belt, uses his combined knowledge to light it up. Hawks ahead 7-5, but it stayed crazy as the Canucks, with Jim Sandlak scoring here, cut the lead to 7-6. And although many tense moments by the Hawk defense late in the game, it ended. Hawks winning it by that margin. What about it, Chris Chelios?
It's nice to get the 2 points, and it is a start, and Vancouver's been playing well, so you can't take any credit away from them. So played a pretty tough team, being 3-0, and came on top. There were some positive things with the power play and the intensity, but we got to play a lot better.
Once the goals started rolling in that second period, it's like a runaway freight train. What do you do at that point?
Well, you get the crowd gets behind it, and I think that's we kind of got excited a little bit. I don't think we've been excited yet this year. And that's what we need to do is, Lerms and Jeremy and Michelle got us going there and kind of rubbed off on everybody. So hopefully we can pick it up where we left off.
Were you flat the first period?
Oh, we come out in the beginning. We got the first power play goal and we hit the post. And it's just that's the way things are going right now. And just got to keep working hard. And hopefully we'll get the bounces when we start working hard.
But you got the win, right?
Yeah, actually, there's it's 7-6. It's not the kind of score you like to see, but we got the 2 points. We beat a pretty good team.
We asked Keenan about staying with the goaltender when he often makes a change in a high-scoring game. Did you think it was an important win for Dominik to get under his belt?
Well, there's a lot of pressure on Dominik and Jimmy, with the absence of Eddie, and they're both rookie goaltenders, and to build their confidence. I think that's the best thing we can do for them right now, and we can help them out. We've got to help them out a lot more than we have been.
There's no doubt we're happy about the win tonight. We didn't play a defensive game that we wanted to, but 2 points is 2 points. We'll take it any way we can get it at this stage. I think it's a matter of time before the team improves their defensive style and gets back to the system that they're accustomed to over the past few years.
You know, I've been asking some of your teammates about what it's like when a team gets on an offensive roll and the game opens up as this one did. In that second period, you almost had to resign yourself that it was going to be a shootout.
Well, I think it's got to a stage at this point of the season that guys are pressing a little bit, and then we were taking a little additional chances. I don't think it was completely necessary tonight all the time, but there were some breakdowns defensively because we were in a little bit of a rush. But I think at this stage there were some guys that lacked a little bit of confidence in the scoring department, and they're now fired up, and it's a good thing for us.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous Grade of Cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock live Bidkowski trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. The LA Clippers seem to be a nice team for champions. Scottie Pippen start off relaxed, gliding to the basket for this score, 8 apiece. But the Clippers have a lot of new faces. This Bulls enemy, James Edwards, with them now, and Buddha's bucket gave LA a 10-point run. They were ahead by 14. Now, picture this career highlight. Will Perdue, the steal, and the score. Beautiful move. Bulls still down 16. But the Clippers have some big people, and Danny Manning's one of them. Forget about the knee surgery. LA ahead by 22 at the half. In the third quarter, Chicago product Kenny Norman with the big slam, and the Clippers were still up 20. But would the Bulls make a run? Not yet. Till the starters came back anyway. Michael glides and cuts the lead to 15. Then Stacey King's big bucket cuts the lead to 108-102, but that's as close as the Bulls would get as David beats Goliath in the exhibition opener for both clubs.
Yeah, I mean, we got to a point where, a break here and there, we would be right back in the ball game, and then it gets exciting. The crowd gets very excited, and it goes through you, and bring back great memories, and it really inspires us to work even harder.
Does it seem strange to be back out on this court playing basketball already?
Yeah, it's a little strange, but it feels good. I know when I'm out there on the court, I don't have to worry about you guys or worry about anybody. I'm back at ease with myself and playing a game of basketball, and it was great to be back, and I'm looking forward to the season, actually.
You never have to worry about me.
I know.
Michael, what's the biggest challenge of the exhibition season?
Just getting yourself in shape and basically getting yourself mentally prepared for the season. I mean, naturally, you want to win games, but certainly you want to see everyone get the rhythm back and find the connections and combinations that's going to work for you all season long, and just try to improve on it.
How close are you? 70, 80, 90%?
I'm about 80, 85% right now. I really didn't do much this summer because of the championship and just trying to get away from the game. And before you know it, you're right back at it. And physically I'm just not where I was last year, but that's what training camp is for. Get myself back in stride, and my shot's a little short today, and but this is nothing. It's going to come back around.
A young team like the Clippers, they're trying to get better from the first day of camp. I mean, this is a team that wants to compete this year and try to prove that they belong in the playoffs. We're going to take it a little slower than teams like that.
Is that part of exhibition and maybe the early part of the regular season, pacing yourself so you don't burn out?
I don't know if you pace yourself, but I think you have to understand that our off season was short. That we're just really getting back into it. A team like the Clippers, their season ended April the 20th. I mean, ours ended June 12th. They had 2 extra months off. They're very hungry and eager to get back into it. And we have to get ourselves back into shape and just get ready to play. It's a long season, and hopefully we'll be playing into June again next year.
What is the biggest challenge of a repeat type of season?
Well, I think it's a number of things. Staying mentally prepared night in and night out. We have 26 back-to-back situations this year, so 52 of our games are played in back-to-back situations. It's going to be a real test for us if we can bounce back night after night and play. But again, I think this team, just knowing the players on it, we have the character, the type of guys that will play hard every night and want to win. And you even saw a little bit of tonight. I mean, we got down big, but we would like to compete, and we came back in the game.
You've got to get to Black Oak at 96th and Pulaski for great food and drink and my trivia game. Alternate Tuesdays at 7 p.m. It's a great place in every facet. And I will see you at the Black Oak Tuesday. Lenny Q's in the Lansing Airport. Trivia, alternate Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Daily food and drink specials. Just go to the helicopter and go about 30 yards east and you're there. 194th and Burnham. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to the Gaslight Bar and Grill. Daily food and drink specials. Taco Tuesday, fish fry Friday. Homemade burger, soup, and salad. 5130 West 95th Street in Oak Lawn. And my trivia games coming on alternate Saturdays. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. Let us take you back to the United Center. We're talking to some key people who will be important cogs in the Bulls' wheel as they try to weather the storm without Pippen in the early part of the year. Let's go back to the UC.
With a lot of talk about going to Europe at the beginning of the year, are you happy with your performance so far? Have they told you about making the team at this point yet?
Well, no, not at all. The only thing I'm really concerned with is just coming in every day, working hard in practice, and hopefully that'll carry over to the game. That's my only concern right now.
What do you think the prospect is for you? I mean, there is a glutton right there at small forward, but Scotty is out. So, I mean, look at the numbers there and you fit in there.
Yeah, I think so. I think, I've been doing a good job as far as just coming in, taking it one day at a time, starting first with practice. And I just want the hard work I put in the practice to pay off in the game. Unfortunately for us tonight, we didn't get the win, but there's a lot that we can take from a game like this and learn.
Being a rookie, I mean, there is so many more changes yet to come because Michael's not playing right now, Scotty's not playing, Dennis isn't here yet. Is it hard to get in a groove for yourself, or is it just doesn't make a difference because you are a rookie?
No, it's not hard to get in the groove at all. There's no pressure on me at all. I just feel that when I get in the game, I want to try to do what I can to help the ball club win. If that means coming out playing aggressive defense, or that means coming out playing aggressive on offense, whatever it takes to try to win. Unfortunately, tonight we didn't win, but like I said, there's a lot that we can learn from a game like this.
Being a rookie on a championship team, there isn't a lot of pressure because a lot of pieces are there. Isn't that another reason why you don't have pressure?
Let me say that again.
Going to a championship team as opposed to a team that really puts a lot of pressure on a rookie, like a last place team, a team that's been struggling all along.
Well, I look at it like, we have great veteran ball players on the team, and they even done a good job as well as coaching staff as far as let me know different spots to get you on the floor in certain situations. So I just want to continue to learn from these guys, learn from the coaching staff, and work hard every day.
What's the transition for you like? I mean, what's the difference as far as being in the college level and going to the pros? How's it different?
I think one of the biggest things about NBA level is that you're going up against great players as well as good teams night in, night out. So just a matter of working hard, being ready to play day in and day out, and everything else take care of itself.
And you eventually will find out the travel is different, your eating. I mean, a lot of things are going to be different. You actually are so much on your own, yet you're with a club.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I think me, having an opportunity to play in college for 4 years, that's really prepared me for this level, and it's something that I'm definitely looking forward to.
You're looking forward to it like a team that usually plays almost 100 games a year?
Hey, I mean, that's more than what I played in like 3 years of college. But if that's what it means, if that's what has to be done, then I'm willing to do it. So I just want to continue to work hard, and take it one day at a time and do the necessary things that need to be done to help this ball club win.
Cliche warning, that's enough. When people get over 30, in the league, I think conditioning is always a super key, but tell us some of the things that you do to keep your wind up, so to speak.
As little as possible.
Come on now.
We have a strength coach, a strength conditioning coach that really gives us good programs, and we lift some weights and do not heavy running, not a lot of distance running, but short sprints and just some sprint work to keep your conditioning up, and pretty much let camp take care of itself. And we do a lot of abdominal exercises that are more endurance rather than just trying to build up strength.
Luke had some funny remarks about Joe Klein laying some bruises on him that he recalled, and was glad to have him on this side of the three-headed monster fence. Any recollections about going up against Joe and what it's like to have him on your side instead?
He's a brick wall. Joe is just huge. He's a brick wall that hits back, actually, because he's just a big body. He's really strong and takes up space in the post. He's a banger, and his game is very similar to mine as far as he's a jump shooter. Not a lot of post-up moves inside, but defensively, he'll hit you, and he's really strong, so it's really hard to move around on the inside, but it is a lot better to play with him than against him.
To wrap up, I was looking over some of the rosters in the East, and it looks like the Knicks have made some of the better moves. They're pretty deep everywhere. I mean, 10 deep. What will that be like as a formidable challenge, particularly early in the year when you're without Pippen?
I think it'll be a huge challenge all year long. It looks like they're really striving to make this the year for themselves. They don't have too many more years left in them, and they've done a lot of things this year to really make a push to go for the gold this year. And I think that's going to be our main challenge in the East, and they've done a good job, and it's going to be tough fighting for us. We're going to have to go out there and play really well to beat them.
Instead of a goal of 60, 65, or some of those lofty ones, what can your team win this year?
Our goal this year is to win the last game, and that's our goal. As far as how many in between, it doesn't matter, but winning the last.
You've got to get to Moods Bar and Grill, exit 19 off Interstate 94, Portage, Indiana. I do live trivia there every other Wednesday. They have great food and drink, a very fun vibe. Located in the Portage Mall, in the middle of town. You got to check out Moods. Take a little road trip to the Bar and Grill. It's only 19 minutes into Indiana. Live trivia. I'll see you there. You've been watching the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Perfect Pitch located at 108th and Kedzie. Take your vehicles there for great repairs. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.